Hello and welcome to News 9. I am Nishtita, and first up, Hubli Kims Hospital is in the news yet again, and for all the wrong reasons. Despite Lokayukta raid on the hospital, and none of the officials indicted by the Lokayukta have not been dismissed. Well, in fact, there seems to be trouble for Hubli Kims Hospital. Let's not forget that a detailed News9 sting operation had revealed the kind of wrongdoings that had come to light from Hubli Kims, where doctors were not working the way they were supposed to. And now, despite a Lokayukta raid, there has been no action. None of the officials have been indicted. My colleague Verghese joins us with more details on this. Well, Verghese, what more can you tell us?
Well, Nishita, what we know at present is that this has been an investigation and a report has been with the government for the past 6 years. In fact, the Lokayukta had wound up the investigation, and the report was submitted by the Lokayukta on May 31st, the first section of it, and the second section of it was also submitted on October 31st of 2008. But no action has been taken against the erring doctors. In fact, the people who've been named in the report, Dr. B.S. Virada, Dr. P.S. Kaldagi, and Dr. N.G. Hiremat. Now, during their tenure, at least during the period of 2005 to 2007, especially in 2005, there has been a complete spending of money, especially on equipment and tenders that have been given to the people with regards to maintenance of the Kims hospitals and its infrastructure. Now, in that, it has been said that around 10.41 lakhs was misappropriated in 2005. In 2006, it was 28.17 lakhs, and in 2007, it was 10.8 lakhs. Now, in spite of this issue coming up into the fore, all the three doctors have in fact completed their tenure, and still the investigation has not processed and proceeded in a manner in which these people could be brought to book. And also the other shocking fact is that during the tenure, the MCI guidelines have also been completely flouted while running the Kims hospital with regards to equipment purchases as well as the standards that have to be maintained in the Kims hospital. So this has become a source of concern to the government, and in spite of the government also taking up in the Vidhan Parishad for at least two sessions, the action has not been taken against the defaulters, and this has become a concern. So at present, people are asking, especially social activists and other people, the people who have submitted the report, the Lokayukta, are asking for action to be taken against these erring officials.
Well, also we have seen such a treatment to Hubli Kims Hospital even when the News9 sting operation was carried out, that had brought out the discrepancies in the hospital, the doctors not working properly, and now the Lokayukta raid as well was conducted, but still the government seems to be very reluctant to take action.
Has been alleging, saying that there has been a problem with the government, especially with regards to the manner in which it's been handling this issue. And one of the shocking facts have been is that in spite of a 2008 report implicating the concerned people, the government has been going slow on their action. But the government's defense is that the report was filed when the BJP government was in tenure, and that they should have taken action. But why is the political establishment not taking action? The question that the opposition as well as the government has been asking each other, and seems to be lost in a kind of argument between them, while the main issue has been that why these people go scot-free in spite of ones that run into lakhs, Nishita.
Right, thank you for joining us with all those details there, Verghese. And moving on now, state government is all set to implement the central government's Land Acquisition and Rehabilitation Act of 2013. The state government's law department is working to implement the act with regards to the specific needs of the state. The law department is framing the rules and regulations with regards to this. According to the act, before acquiring the land, the government should take the consent of the farmer and Gram Panchayat for acquiring the land. As compensation, the farmer must be given double the market rate for the land. Well, the state government is all set to implement the Land Act of 2013. This is the central government's Land Acquisition and Rehabilitation Act. The state government's law department is working to implement this act with regards to the specific needs of the state. The law department is framing the rules and regulations with regards to this. According to the act, before acquiring the land, the government should take the consent of the farmer and Gram Panchayat for acquiring the land. As compensation, the farmer must be given double the market rate for the land as well. This is to check on the kind of illegal takeovers of land that we have seen in the past, with the land mafia threatening landowners to give in to the demand. And now the state government is all set to implement the Land Acquisition and Rehabilitation Act of 2013. This is the Land Act of 2013. The bill was introduced in the Lok Sabha in September 2011, and after several years now, after close to 3 years, there seems to be finally implementation of the bill. The bill received the assent of the President in September 2013 only. The aims and objectives of this act is to ensure, in consultation with institutions of local self-government and Gram Sabhas established under the Constitution of India, the humane, participative and informed and transparent process of land acquisition for industrialization, development of essential infrastructural facilities and urbanization, providing just and fair compensation to the affected families whose land has been acquired or proposed to be acquired or are affected by such acquisition. It also aims to make adequate provisions for such affected persons for their rehabilitation and resettlement. It also ensures that the cumulative outcome of compulsory acquisition be that affected persons become partners in development, leading to an improvement in their post-acquisition social and economic status, and for matters connected therewith or incidental thereto. And while the BWSSB will not be hiking the tariff for water for the next 1 month, the news was given by the BWSSB chairman Ravi Shankar. The BWSSB is, however, mulling over a hike of 50% for all category of consumers. The BWSSB is waiting for the approval of the Urban Development Authority for the hike. Let's not forget that though it has come as a pleasant surprise that it will be delayed by a month, however, a hike of 50% has certainly come as a rude shock to consumers. But Bengaluru has been witnessing a water crisis like never before, making water an extremely scarce commodity. And moving on now, a lorry lost control and rammed into 7 bikes in Anekal today. 2 people who were involved in the accident were killed on the spots. The deceased have been identified as 55-year-old Papa Reddy and 30-year-old Babu. 8 people have been injured and have been admitted to a local hospital. 2 of the injured are believed to be in a critical condition. A shocking incident that was reported from Anekal in Bengaluru, when the lorry rammed into 7 bikes and also a Force as well as a car. 2 people were killed in the incident, whereas 8 others were injured. Of the 8 injured, 2 are believed to be in a critical condition. Quite shocking and gory scenes that were witnessed as this amateur footage was clicked by one of the passers-by. 2 people were killed in this incident. And while Congress Coordination Committee meeting was held today to discuss various issues like cabinet reshuffle, appointment to boards and corporations, and nomination of MLCs, the meeting was presided by Digvijaya Singh. He made 12 suggestions to the Chief Minister for better governance. The 12 suggestions included transparency should be maintained in the transfer of government officials. Honest officials should be appointed for top posts. The Chief Minister should act against 15 non-performing ministers. The Chief Minister has been asked to take action against ministers who fail to work for the party in Lok Sabha polls. Sugar factories owned by Congress leaders should give support price to sugarcane growers. Funds should be sufficiently released for the schemes announced in the budget. Decisions on nominating Rajya Sabha MPs should be left to Congress President Sonia Gandhi. District and block level Congress opinion should be taken on appointment to boards and corporations. Local MLAs' opinions should be considered on transfer of officials. All the district in charge ministers should travel the districts and interact with people. Chief Minister should take decisions on key issues in consultation with senior leaders. Chief Minister and the Minister should carry out drought relief and fodder work on the war footing. And while the Chief Minister should instruct his ministers not to carry out renovation of their offices in Vidhana Saudha, and government should be cautious of implementing the anti-superstition bill as well.
First of all, I would like to congratulate Honorable Chief Minister Mr. Siddaramaiah ji and his cabinet for having successfully completed 1 year in which he has taken historic decisions for the Dalits, for the downtrodden, for the farmers, and he has been able to lead the state in areas of development, also we are quite convinced that under his leadership the Congress party will do well in the Lok Sabha elections in Karnataka. Honorable Congress President is giving a farewell dinner to Dr. Manmohan Singh ji in Delhi today, and I would like to place on record the achievements of the UPA 1 and UPA 2 in the last 10 years. In the first 5 years, or rather first 7 years, we had a extremely high rate of growth.